Hey Travis, David here. I wanted to post a response to your 78 subs contest. Congratulations on 78. I must admit I'm still a fairly new subscriber to your channel, but of the few videos that I've seen of yours so far, they've all been very entertaining. I can tell you've got a pretty cool sense of humour about everything. So to help answer your question, some of you may know I'm a really big Jeff Buckley fan. So I thought I would just pull everything out of the vault, so to speak, and show off some stuff. First up, his first release, which was a four song EP called Live at Chennai. Moving on, same thing, Live at Chennai, but this is the Legacy edition. Grace. So there's a whole stack of songs on here that are classic in my opinion. So next up, Grace again, but this again is a Legacy edition, which comes with an extra CD and also a DVD, which talks a bit about the making of the record. It has a whole bunch of extra cool bonus songs and real cool stuff, really insightful. Next, Grace EPs. There were quite a few EPs, 5 in fact, that were released through the course of Grace being promoted. Here is Mystery White Boy, which is, there we go, a live album with 11 songs on it. It's dramatically different to what you actually hear on Grace. Just because when Jeff sung live, he would more or less make up sections of the songs on the spot. So never one song was always exactly the same. Another live one here, live at Olympia, which was in France. So this is another really cool song. This is actually a gig. I think this was Jeff's favourite gig. He actually carried around an old cassette tape copy of the recording of this one of these actual shows in his back pocket everywhere he went on tour, so he could just put the Walkman on and have a bit of a listen. This was one of his favourites for sure. Songs to No One. A lot of the stuff that he did with Gary Lucas. Gary Lucas being the man who actually wrote the guitar music for Grace and Mojo Pin. They hooked up and got her in a band called Gods and Monsters, and they also did some stuff together as well. So this is an older collection of rarities. The Grace EP, which was an Australian only 4 song live EP. Australian only single for Eternal Life. Live from the Bataclan, which is a venue in Paris. A Voice to Hold in the Dark. I'm not sure how well that's going to pick up in the screen there, but this is actually an Italian release. It's got three live songs on it, with a booklet with a whole bunch of info. Stars in My Belly, which is a tribute CD or tribute record that a whole bunch of local Australian independent singer-songwriter artists got together, and they all picked one Jeff song each and recorded their own take on their favourite Jeff song. Jeff Buckley live in Chicago. If you watch this DVD, and there are clips of this on YouTube, this will give you a serious indication of how much Jeff would stretch out a song and how differently it would sound live. So this is classic. Grace Around the World, which is a compilation of a lot of TV appearances that Jeff made over the touring life cycle of Grace. And this has a really cool documentary on it as well, called Amazing Grace, which is fantastic. Alright, moving on to the records. doesn't really need any introduction, but there's Grace. I've got a couple of copies of this on vinyl. A standard black one, and then this one, which is a limited to 500 copies worldwide, on white, which is very cool with custom orange Columbia labels. Next up, Sketches for My Sweetheart the Drunk. This was a posthumous release. It's a triple LP set of a couple of recording sessions that Jeff did after recording Grace. These are the songs that a lot of these songs would have ended up on his next record. In fact, that's the what the title of his next record would have been as well. Vinyl version of Mystery White Boy, which is the live record. Really cool inner sleeves, very hard cardboard stock. Got a couple of books. First one, Dream Brother, which is a book about obviously Jeff's life, and it also intertwines the life of his father, Tim Buckley, as well. Written by David Brown. It's a really extensive, really well written biography. So if you're into music books and music bios, this one is certainly one to look out for. Here's another book, A Wished For Song by Mary Sear, who was Jeff's official photographer. This includes a whole lot of photos and interviews and bits and pieces that all relate to Jeff. It's a really fantastic book. I'm not sure how easy it may be to find anymore, but it just has a whole stack of really cool pictures of Jeff on the road and really insightful stories and anecdotes about Jeff on the road, and just about him in person, just about him in general, rather. So that's a really cool book. All right, last but not least, I left this till last. Some of you may or may not know, I'm a bit of a guitarist. I love playing guitar. Have done for a number of years, I'll say. It took me about 10 years. It took me about, I think, 10 years. I was on the hunt for a particular guitar, and the guitar I was after was basically the same make, model and colour as Jeff's Fender Telecaster. What I did was I actually turned it into my Jeff guitar, and here it is. So there we go. It's a 1983 Fender Telecaster, finished in blonde, which is the name of the colour. Plays beautifully, this guitar. Got a really nice maple neck on it. It's in good nick. I went ahead and put a chrome pick guard on the guitar, a la Jeff, and I've even put on the pick guard, I'm not sure if you can see it, a little rude sticker. Jeff had a sticker on his guitar with the words rude on the pick guard. So I thought I'd replicate that. I'll actually just now insert a picture of Jeff's actual guitar, so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Alright, so there you go. There's the guitar. You've seen the music, seen the records and the CDs and the books, the things that I've got. So Travis, thank you very much for posting this challenge, this contest. Really enjoyed putting it together. So thanks for watching. All the best with the future, and look forward to checking out a lot more of your videos and getting a lot more involved. So well done, mate, and we'll see you soon.